Hey guys, Scott Sparrow, editor of Fastest Street Car Magazine in Huntington Beach, California at Pfaff Racing Engines with Paul Higgins. Today, we're talking camshafts. A lot of you may get a used cam, you may get an engine that you need to spec out. Some of you guys will also get a brand new camshaft. Actually, probably most of you will get a brand new camshaft set to certain specs. One thing you got to make sure before you do a specific engine build, and one especially that has tight tolerances, is to make sure that cam is as advertised on the cam card, or if you get a used cam from someone, making sure that those specs are exactly what that person represents. One way engine builders use to do that is using different types of hardware and software to measure the exact specifications of that cam. And Paul, you guys here, you guys use the Cam Pro Plus. Exactly, tell me what this machine does.
This machine will check the lift, duration, lobe separation, the run out of the cam, make sure it's straight. We can verify the whole cam.
And when you guys get camshafts in here, obviously whenever you do a build, when you do a build from scratch, you're going to make sure that the camshaft actually meets the specs that the person says it is or what the cam card says. How often does it vary a little bit in terms of what the cam card says or what the person says? Any big surprises you guys have run into?
There's no big surprises. They're usually like within a half a degree of what they say they are. There is tolerance, but they're very close.
How much of a difference does that really make when it comes to building an engine?
For the stuff we do, it's not really that critical, but it gets critical as you try and build more horsepower and try and build with tighter valve to piston clearances and try and hit the mark a little closer. It gets very, very critical.
All right, let's take a look at the machine itself, starting down here with the linear gauge sensor. How does this set up? I noticed you have it set up for different types of camshafts. You have an opportunity to put different lifters in it, et cetera.
We put all the different lifters or whatever. If it's a flat tappet or a roller, and we try and match the roller size with the cam that it's doing or the flat tappet. This measures the lobe up and down as we turn the cam around so that it knows exactly how much lift at every portion of the cam and how much total lift it has.
And how long does the process take in order to check everything on a camshaft?
It probably takes about 15 minutes.
So while it may not be that important that you go ahead and get your cam specs specifically measured out before you do an engine build, especially if you're doing something in your backyard, it's not super high horsepower, doesn't have strict tolerances, sticking to the cam card that you get from a cam manufacturer is usually going to get you right where you need to be. However, if you're going for something high horsepower, lots of ultra tight clearances, you better make sure the cam is exactly what you think it is before you stick it into the hole.